Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we are doing the weekly reading for August 25th to the 31st for the sign of Cancer. Alright, Cancer, we're going to get right into it and pull out your 3 messages from the Angel Oracle. We have love yourself first, free yourself, beautiful, one of my favorite cards in the deck. And we have release your ex. Alright, we can bring this down a little bit. Alright, so you may resonate, of course, with some of these cards or a little bit of all of these cards. We're going to pull out your animal spirits now, Cancer. And see what kind of elemental animal spirits or attributes you are working with this week. Or perhaps you may be encountering this week with your interactions with the people in your life. Alright, Cancer, we have octopus energy, water. Interesting. Messy relationships, indicative, right? We have the shark. Alright. Danger. And we have the fish. Wow, Cancer, what is going on? We have 3 water elementals. So we are having an extremely emotional, watery week, Cancer. And you, of course, are a water sign. But let's get into each of these cards individually. The octopus. All right, the octopus talks about when you don't have any boundaries in your relationships. Tentacles are just weaving their way all into everyone's lives, and it's almost as if the octopus doesn't know where he ends and the next person's life begins. This can indicate the octopus comes in when we have when we haven't been discerning enough, when we haven't put up enough boundaries, where we haven't been respecting other people's boundaries, nor have we been making people respect our boundaries. And so you're getting caught up in a lot of very messy, entwined relationships, all right? It's time to pull back. It's time to set limits with others. It's time to set limits with yourself. The shark. Again, more water energy. The shark talks about those things that are hidden beneath the surface, right? It talks about a very important secret that needs to come out. Shark energy represents the type of secrets that when they don't come to the surface, they can damage relationships and they can hurt people. The shark is dangerous when you don't pay attention to it. And so we're talking about here, opening up your eyes, and unveiling or talking about things that are bothering you. The shark energy comes in when we pretend everything is okay, and we don't communicate how we're feeling, especially when we're feeling bad or down, or we're feeling negative about a relationship, and we pretend everything is all right. It just continues to fester, and there's only bad things that can come from that. And then we have fish energy, and of course fish energy is another one of these auspicious cards. The fish is of course associated with extrasensory perception, a higher level of ESP in a way, right? It can be, but oftentimes, and that is when you want to focus that fish energy, but the fish can also indicate a change of focus too, right? A restlessness. The fish kind of loves to be moving, right? To be moving through life. It loves to be kind of submerged in the depths of the emotionality of life. Sometimes you can get lost in that. You can get lost in your emotions. You can become used to kind of these erratic ups and downs, right? The fish is also a very roaming lifestyle type of creature, right? So, the fish has a bit of wanderlust, right, in that way. And so it can be very kind of non-committed in relationship. The fish energy is the type of person that suddenly may ghost you or disappear. You know, they're very quick to move on. They're very quick to move where their emotions take them. And the moment their emotions move and change just as the water does. So it can be very, literally a very slippery individual that you're dealing with. You could, you know, a person who's not as in touch with their sort of deeper side, right? Because they don't have a clear goal or a clear intention. Everything is kind of led by the whim of their emotions. All right, and so we want to be careful. Although the fish can indicate a heightened sense of perception, oftentimes individuals who are caught up with fish energy are just caught up in their own emotions, right? All right, let's pull out your forecasts for the week, Cancer. Interesting, a lot of emotional energy. We're talking about a lot of sort of relationship issues this week. So let's see what it's all hitting for with our lovely Cancers this August 25th to the 31st. Show me. All right. Three of Pentacles, Four of Cups, and the Devil card. All right, so for some of you, you're working on your career. All right, you're working on your career, and you've had enough of shallow relationships. You're ready to free yourself. You know that it's time for you to concentrate on yourself. Three of Pentacles certainly talks about increasing your mastery in your profession, increasing your coin, your status. And you know what? There's somebody who may be trying to offer you a cup this week. It could be someone who's offered you one before. It could be a new individual. You're not having any of it, Cancer. You're waiting. You're sitting back. You're saying no. You know, I don't want to be pulled into yet another kind of empty cup. You know, this Four of Cups, four is the number for stability. A lot of times people interpret this card as being bored or unfeeling, but the truth of the matter is that this character has already gone through three empty cups that looks exactly like the one that's being offered to him now. And they know what those cups have entailed. They know that it's been empty and shallow. They're not there for it. And so they feel like, okay, it's time for me to require a certain amount of stability in my relationships. And you just handing me a cup out of a cloud, literally out of nowhere, with no indication of what this relationship brings with it, just seems to be more of the same that I had before. And so this is very much my show and prove card. You know, if you want to be with me, show and prove who you are. Don't just hand me empty words or empty promises. You're also dealing with devil energy in the sense that you are being very conscientious because you know that you are emotional. You know that you may be easily led away from concentrating on what's important right now. So you're very much aware, certainly, that that you have to take care, right? That you're going to have to be very strong, because if you succumb to your emotions, if you succumb to that kind of octopus energy in a way, that desire to be close, that desire to be feeling another person regardless of the consequences because of the lack of boundaries, you realize that you could get into a very, very tricky situation of codependency, maybe one you've been in before. And so you're really trying to take care not to go down that route again. Queen of Cups, Nine of Cups, and Six of Cups. More cups. Of course, we're talking about relationships this week for Cancer when we see these cards coming out. All right, so some of you are needing a lot of nurturing. You may be called upon to provide nurturing to somebody else. There's someone in your life that you truly, truly want. Okay, you're holding out for this person. This could be your Queen of Cups, Cancer. Some of you may have a Queen of Cups in your life that you really, really want to get, that you really want to get close to. Again, this isn't gender specific. You could be a female Cancer, male Cancer, it doesn't matter. And the same thing with your Queen of Cups person. But the person in your life who's embodying this Queen of Cups is somebody who's very open with their emotions. They're very nurturing. They're very attractive. They provide you with that sense of feminine nurturing that all Cancers love so much. It's like they're almost like your perfect sort of mate. And you really want them. You really desire to be with them very, very badly. And Six of Cups is on. And so for some of you, I think you get your wish. You get your wish fulfillment because Six of Cups talks about that union, right? It talks about coming together with someone. And so I think for some of you this week, this is going to be a really nice outcome to something you've been wanting for a very long time. We have 7 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, and 9 of Pentacles. Some of you are certainly reevaluating your life, right? You want this strong relationship. Some of you want a foundation in terms of 4 of Wands. You want a marriage. You want to marry this person. Again, you have a particular person in your sights. But I think you're kind of reevaluating if you have what it takes to get this person. You're looking back at all the fruits of your labor, and I think you're saying, man, do I have what it takes to lock this down? Do I have what it takes to sustain a family, which is indicative of 4 of Wands, a really stable union. The person that is in your sights is a 9 of Pentacles person. So this person is fiercely independent. They're able to manifest their own abundance. This could very well be a Cancer man after a female who's a very strong female. Could be a Cancer woman who is also after a man who's... Sorry about that, guys. The camera just shut off, so we're going to get right back into it. So some of you, it doesn't matter if your 9 of Pentacles is a man or a woman. That has no bearing on it. It's really about the energies. And this person is, like I said, a fiercely independent individual. They are also somebody who takes great care and making sure that they are, they take care of their body. They take care of their emotional status, their wealth, right? But however, they can be quite alienated from others by this desire to increase their abundance, this very ambitious sort of drive, right, for wealth to a certain degree. And so sometimes in this desire to increase your wealth or to increase your abundance, you can be alienated. You can find yourself sort of not making space for love or making space for relationships, right? And it seems to you, I think that this is how this person comes across you, because they don't necessarily make a whole lot of time for you. And I think that you're thinking now, perhaps, how do I lock this connection down? You may be very much in love with this individual, but I think this week you're kind of trying to reevaluate where you are in your career and where you are in terms of how much abundance and money you're bringing into the scenario. I think you feel like if you have enough sort of financial status and abundance that you may be able to entice this person to be with you, or at least be able to support them. I don't mean this in any kind of shallow way. I mean this like in a real kind of wanting to build a nest, or wanting to, be able to support this relationship. And it could be because their level of status may be a bit higher than yours, that you're feeling as though you're having to up your game. You know what I mean? 4 of Swords. Justice came out just a minute ago for Gemini as well. And 2 of Pentacles. All right, so some of you are kind of waiting. You're holding back. It's 4 of Swords. You're taking a moment to strategize what the next step is. You're trying to formalize you're trying to formalize some of your decisions in your career, especially with that Justice card. It could be that some of you are waiting for a promotion or waiting for a change in your career or in your area of life where you make money. You're waiting for some kind of decision to come down, right? And it's going to impact you. And so you're just kind of being patient right now with this 4 of Swords. You're strategizing, what the next step is. And I think some of you may get an update on this very real official kind of business matter or business decision that you're waiting for. And you may get some news of that coming in this week. The decision may come in this week, or you may get an update on it, and you're going to be finding yourself juggling 2 opportunities suddenly that you didn't have before to juggle. Ace of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, and 5 of Cups. Wow. Some of you... Wow. Okay, I want to say that some of you... Ace of Wands is the great phallic symbol. I think somebody's coming into you with a desire to be with you, right? And you can see the potential for great contentment here. First, it starts off with serious chemistry with this individual, but you can see the possibility for a family. You can see a possibility for everything you kind of desired with this 10 of Pentacles. Certainly a sense of financial stability that maybe you didn't have before. But you worry. I think you worry. You have a 5 of Cups and you worry that this is not going to work out. I think you either don't believe it's going to turn out the way it should, or, you know, it's almost as if the minute, you know, this attraction comes in, or this new kind of opportunity for love or relationship specifically comes in, it's like you go kind of right towards your, like, right to your pessimistic, in a way, 5 of Cups energy, which is like, oh man, I don't want to be optimistic about this. I don't want to believe that this is going to work out. Every time I believe something works out, it just turns to shit. You know, everything looks on the surface like it could be a great relationship for me, but I just don't know. You're just feeling extremely sort of insecure this week, I think, and you're feeling very kind of unsure of yourself. All right. And of course, this certainly indicates for you to learn to love yourself more. Understand that not all situations always turn out badly. Hanged Man, 2 of Cups, and the Moon. This is going to be the last reading. I'm going to end on this one. Hanged Man energy. Wow. For some of you, you've been stuck. You've been stuck in one kind of way of living. You've been kind of in a very, and when I say stuck, Hangman energy is often interpreted as being stuck, but it's not so much that the Hangman is stuck. He chooses not to move, right? Remember, Hangman is 12. The first 2 is High Priestess. And when we're dealing with the High Priestess or the Hanged Man, we're talking about somebody who very closely guards themselves. They don't move for anyone. They don't, you know, certainly the Hanged Man does not come out of his fairly comfortable. I mean, he's hanging there very comfortably. Yes, he may be restricted in what he can truly manifest, but he understands that it's almost as if he's accepted. He's happy to accept less. Rather than to work harder and be disappointed. But indicative of the Hanged Man card also is that when it comes in, it indicates that something has come into your life that has made you finally want to move, to change, to be a more you, to be a better version of you, to work harder. And I think it's a love connection, right? However, this love connection also brings with it a sense of something going on behind the scenes that you're not quite sure of. Moon, of course, is your card. This is card for Cancer. But we're talking about feelings that maybe you're not sure about. You may be in love with them. You're not sure how they feel about you. Right? You want to move. You want to make an effort towards this very, very strong connection of a 2 of Cups. But something is sort of just giving you pause. Something is making you feel like there's information that you don't really know. Right? There's something going on that you don't know. Is this person in love with somebody else? You're not necessarily with them right now, right? It may be that you've met this individual and you're just waiting for this connection, or you're trying to manifest this connection, but you've been in a very kind of, you've been used to really behaving and living a certain way, and making this connection is really going to cause you to kind of come out of yourself in a lot of ways. It's going to force you to have to, like, really come off of that perch and make a proactive step towards this union, but yet you're just not sure. You have a lot of trepidation. The Moon brings a lot of anxiety because you just don't know what's going to happen. It's the fear of the unknown. And it's the fear of unknown emotions and feelings. very much like shark energy, this idea that something is really going on. There's something more poignant happening, but underneath the surface, but someone, either yourself or the other individual, is unwilling to tell you what that is or share that with you. And so this week, I think you're really caught up in your feelings about this. You're going to be thinking a lot about this and wondering a lot about what is it that you don't know? What is it that's keeping you from this person? You may even have this conversation with them, but I think very much this week it's going to be you kind of wrapped up more in your own kind of like head about it, right? You're going to be very much up in your head about trying to figure this out. All right, Cancer? So, I hope these messages resonated with you, at least in part. If they did, please like and subscribe. Don't forget to share the video, comment on the video. Tell us what you're going through, Cancer, if you have any scenarios that are similar to this. This is a heavy week for you guys. This is a very emotional week for you, and a lot of ups and downs in terms of relationships and connecting with those people that you love. So take care of yourself, Cancer. I love you so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.